Yo, what is up? You are looking at Empire's Border. It is going to be completely reworked. Today we are looking at two maps, Empire's Border and Ruinberg 2.0, which is going to be interesting. So if you are here for the first time, please consider subscribing and giving this video a like. This is the best way you can help support my channel. Also, leave a comment in the comments section below if you want more gaming to know what you think about the changes. They scour the internet to look for your comments and your feedback, so your comments are important to them. Here we are looking at the northeast side of Empire's Border map. This is the most significant change in the entire map. The hill is completely flattened. Well, there's still some undulations and there's still places you can hold down, but basically all these rocks that is covering the northeastern side of the map, they are going to be completely gone, which means you can shoot them from the center of the map, from that little gap in the middle of the map. You can shoot across to these guys. They are no longer going to be covered so much. They will be more in the open. They will have a little bit of hull down. As you can see, it is still a slight hill. There is still some terrain. There is still some coverage. You can still hull down from these positions, but you are basically gonna be wide open, and you're gonna be, you're gonna be easier to shoot at from the middle of the map, which also means you can shoot back to the middle of the map. So that is one of the good things about this map. I do like this change a lot. This is a huge change on the Empire Border map. Now here we are on the little temple that's on the northeastern side, and on the right is the hill, on the left is the hill, and it is completely flattened. The hill is completely gone. You are looking straight at the gap in the middle of the map, and you can shoot across to it. Obviously there is no cover from here aside from a little bit of hull down. There's a little bit of foliage. Maybe you can use this to conceal yourself a little bit better, and this is from the same position but elevated like maybe 200 meters up in the air, and here you can have a more clearer picture of what's going on. There is a little bit, some rocks, some undulations, some terrain to give you some cover, but not the huge rocks that used to be there. That is basically cut down. These changes I look forward to very much, because this means there's going to be a lot more options on this map. This map is going to be opened up, and there's going to be it used to be just like 2-3 corridors, and this map, although I didn't hate this map, I didn't really love it that much either. These changes especially removing these two blocks, these two blocks of hill, mountain, rocks, whatever you want to call it, is going to open up this area a lot more, which means a lot more medium tanks and light tanks can contest the northeastern side, and it's going to be a lot more interesting. Obviously it's going to be a huge advantage for those wheeled tanks, because they're going to be really difficult to hit. I wish they would do something with regards to those EBRs and stuff. This is the 1-2 line, the sniper nest where the STRVs and the Scorpions are. Basically this is the way it used to look, and they're going to cut it back a little bit, bring back that sniper nest further back a little bit, which means from that sniper position it's more difficult for you to shoot up to the middle of the map. So they're cutting down this position. Here's the old position. They're going to cover it up and pull it back, so the sniper's nest is going to be further back, but they are also flattening that hill. As you can see, we are looking from the sniper position again, but from elevated position. You can see they've cut down that hill completely. They've also added some castles. This is the Chinese wall, I suppose, the Great Wall of China. They've added some of these buildings. This is the from the 1-2 line approaching the hill. They have completely cut down that part of the wall and moved it back further in, so it's going to be a lot more wide open. This is from the hill looking to that gap where it usually was. They're opening that gap, so that gap is not going to be you know, 1 tank 2 tank gap. It's going to be a bigger gap, and this is from the gap looking at to the hill. Again, there is some new construction here. That is a new section of the Chinese wall that's going to be there. That's just been placed there recently. Before that, it did not exist. As you can see, this is the hill. From the corner, from the 1-2 corner, they're completely cutting down this hill as well, which means more tanks are going to be able to contest this part. Now remember, this part, a lot of the heavy tanks like to come and contest here. Now it's all wide open. Also, the 2 tanks that are going to benefit a lot from the changes on this map is going to be the wheeled tanks, those EBRs, and number 2 SPGs, tank destroyers that are going to camp at the back. They are going to benefit from the opening up of this map. Is it good? Is it not good? I think overall it's going to be good. Obviously the heavy tanks and the hull down tanks, they're going to be in a, you know, have a slight disadvantage now because it's opened up so much. It means you need more vision, you need more stealth, you need more camo. It's going to benefit TDs, it's going to benefit artilleries, it's going to benefit wheeled tanks. So artillery, it's going to benefit artillery a lot, but that's the Empire's border. Now let's go to Ruinberg, we are looking at the sniper's nest in the middle of the map, completely changed. There's no more holes in there. Instead, they're going to put a balcony which you can shoot into and you can shoot out of. So this means this balcony is no longer completely covered. It's going to be opened up this way, and it's going to be, you know, the southern team that's going to climb into the sniper's nest. It's going to be more difficult for them to shoot from that position. Here is the defender's position from the north. They've added a building here. This is to counter that sniper position in the middle of the map. Now they've decided not to change much from the southern side of the map, except for this tank that this PZ4 they're gonna remove from the cap circle of the southern team. But basically the southern side of this map is going to be completely untouched. Remember, they wanted to make the mirror effect of the sniper's hole, but they've completely gone back on that now. Now you can see this place here, they've added a little bit of rubble for the northern team. This is for you to fight those guys in the sniper's nest, and we're going to do a flyover now of the new Ruinberg. I would say this map is going to be completed. I think they're testing it right now, and if all goes well, they're going to go ahead with this design. But basically everything south of half of the map, the southern side of the map, is completely untouched. The only thing they've changed is everything north of this map. As you can see, that building there, they've added a new building for you to fight against those guys that is getting into the sniper's nest in the middle of the map. On the 0 line, we are flying over straight to the A0. There are maybe some changes in terms of undulations. The terrain might have some changes. There might be more bumps here and there. I can't see it right now. I've got to discover this map in some training room or something to figure out what the changes are on the 0 line and on the A line. But now we are flying overhead to the northern cap circle, and looks like it's opened up here slightly, but the biggest change is going to be behind this cap circle, around the Alpha 4 area. This area here has completely reopened. Remember, this place used to be completely shut. There was no way in here. This place was unplayable, but now look, there's even a little hole there for you to hide if you wanted to hide towards the end game. But basically the northern side a lot of changes, especially here, a completely new area for you to fight, a lot of rubble, a lot of places to hide, hull down. If you're in a mobile tank, you could escape here, you could run here. If you're in artillery, you could hide here, you know, in the early part of the game. And now we are going to go down to the 1-2 line, where there is a huge change on this building on the left here. You can see there's a big hole in that building. They have cut that building basically into half on our left here. There, this building cut into half, basically that means you are opening up a lot of new territory for you to drive around. So that is about the changes on the Ruinberg map. Let Wargaming know what you think about these changes. Leave a comment in the comment section below. If you want to be heard, if you like it, if you don't like it, let them know. Anyway, back to the map. Those were the changes. They are all happening basically on the northern half of the map. Everything on the southern half of Ruinberg map remains unchanged as far as I can see it. If you enjoyed this video, consider giving it a like, and thanks for watching the video. I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.